Hey guys, what is going on? This is NGS and welcome back to another video. I've got a special guest this time around, somebody who I think many of you have not seen or heard from in a very long time. My special guest for today is none other than Future Gohan SSJ2. What's going on, Jamie? How have you freaking been, dude? It's been
I've been
ages.
I've been good. Yeah, it has been a long time. I've just been so busy with just, life getting in the way, and I've been trying to get back in the swing of things, but it just hasn't been really going my way lately. But hopefully with this video I'll hopefully be able to get more videos out. So, yeah,
If y'all want more videos from this dude, bug the living crap out of him. I'll post his Facebook
cuz
down
that
below.
totally works. Yeah, thanks.
I believe the last collaboration video that we did was relating to this particular franchise, was it not?
I believe so. It was about little 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was 2 years ago around this time where
Yeah.
the exact same situation happened, and that, of course, was for Dragon Ball Z Battle of
Battle of
Gods.
Gods.
Yes, yes, which one person in this call has not done a review on.
I don't know who that is.
Well, I can tell you, it's not the 6'4" black guy in here.
Oh, then good. That means it's not me.
Okay, anyway, moving along. As you guys are aware, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods was a smash hit in Japan, and I think a smash hit for the most part around the world, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, it
right?
was popular. I went to go see the movie a few times, and it completely sold out almost every showing.
Yeah, it was a limited run over here in the States, and I know Funimation and 20th Century Fox haven't released the theatrical revenues for the film, but I think it did pretty decently, especially for something that was limited.
Yeah, and the English dub itself was pretty dang good too.
Of course. But this video is not to talk about Battle of Gods. Well, it is, but it isn't. Today, we're going to be talking about the sequel. Battle of Gods, a couple months ago, it was confirmed that a sequel has been greenlit for the production, and we're getting a new movie set to release in Japan next spring. And while it's been a while since we've heard of the movie, we finally got some concrete information regarding it with the form of this new poster. And already, deep shit, man, deep shit.
Yeah, this is intense. It's called Frieza Resurrected, or rather F Resurrected, and it's definitely like when I first saw it. Honestly, a friend of mine texted it to me, and when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is one of those fan-made posters, And then I looked on SaneIsland.com and I saw Dragon Ball Z 2015 Frieza revealed, and then I'm like, wait. So then I go on Kanzenshu and I just see V Jump unveils new Dragon Ball poster, and I'm like, oh,
And then it's on Anime News Network, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, now it's legit.
yeah. But I honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to think. What do you think, Chris?
I'm pretty much the same. I remember I woke up, I was getting ready for class, I saw something when scrolling on Facebook, and I'm like, I gotta get a class first. and then Future Go on here called me when I was actually on my way out of class, and we decided to get on Skype and discuss this. There is a lot to talk about with this particular poster. The poster in and of itself just, it's so like, what is it, man? What is it? Okay, but I think it's first and foremost, it's best that we go through all the concrete stuff we know. The movie is, as Future Gohan said, titled Dragon Ball Z Revival of F. The official synopsis was released from Anime News Network. An Earth where peace has arrived. However, remnants of Frieza's army, Sorbet and Tagoma, arrive on the planet. Their goal is to revive Frieza with the Dragon Balls. Their dastardly wish is granted, and the F that plans its revenge against the Saiyans is revived. And along with that, we also have the release date, which is confirmed to come out in Japan, April 18th, 2015, in both 2D and 3D. Already, Jamie's hyped about that. Now, looking at this poster and examining it, there are a couple things that we can comment on. First and foremost, the biggest eyesore in this poster is the revival of Frieza.
Yes. My biggest question on that is, okay, like I get the whole, I get it. It's kind of cool. Frieza's coming back, but it's just this is going to have to be the biggest boost in power I've ever seen. We see the last time we saw Frieza, well, I mean, besides the Trunks, but the last time we saw Frieza fight Goku was when Frieza got not only defeated, but bitch made by Super Saiyan 1 Goku back in Namek. So for him to be able to not only be revived, but get strong enough to be able to cause Buu Saga Goku as a Super Saiyan God a threat, it just kind of seems really almost fanficky to me, and I don't really know. I'm excited and I'm curious, but I just don't know how they're gonna pull it off and make it all sound legit.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, yeah. So in addition to Frieza, I'm just running down the list first, and I'll comment on that. We also see returning characters: Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, who I assume right there is Yamcha and Krillin. We see all those guys there, and that was
I
something that kind of tipped you off at first. You were saying that this
Yeah,
definitely looked fan made.
yeah, when I first saw this poster and I saw all the characters there, normally I know how fan-made posters are made. They take, little renders of characters and they just kind of throw them all together and then the little put little a cool little picture in the background. And then when I saw Krillin and I saw he was bald again, I was like, oh, someone just used like, a random Krillin one. And it's like, we all know this is the Boo Saga. We all know Krillin has hair. There's no reason why for him to be bald here. So this is totally fan-made. So when I first saw it, I just threw it out the window. And then I looked online and I'm like, wow, this is legit. So I'm like, okay, Krillin is bald again. All right,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I
Maybe
def
he gets in a fight early on and people tug on his hair. I guess I don't know.
Wow. No, I definitely think that it actually puts it into perspective, considering that, like I said, this and Battle of Gods are the first Dragon Ball Z movies to be considered canon. So one thing I think we often forget is the amount of time that's probably passed in between the movies. I'm not saying that there's probably going to be a pretty sizable gap in time between Battle of Gods and Revival of F, but maybe there is a chance that years have passed and Krillin does cut his hair again. Maybe there's a chance that he, for some reason, thinks it gets in the way of his fighting and something personal and such. Because, we didn't really see him fight that much with his hair, in between the grand scheme of things. But other than that, something I got personally excited for, the return of Beerus the Destroyer.
And Whis.
And Whis, yeah, you can't forget Whis. Everybody who see my review knows I love the freaking crap out of these two. They're just awesome. And to see them there is something I didn't expect that they would do. I thought that when it came to these Dragon Ball Z movies, they'd be canon, but they would go the route of the non-canon movies where, it's a different story with different characters. It's just that time goes on. But here they're actually bringing them in there, which makes a lot of sense if you're creating a canon franchise. You'll want to introduce things that had a pretty big impact on the Z Warriors in the last movie, in this case being Beerus.
But it begs the question, are they with Frieza? Are they on Frieza's side in this fight? Or is Frieza so overpowered that they must team up with Goku and Vegeta in order to defeat Frieza?
Yeah, there are a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions just based off of this, which we obviously we're not going to know until we hear more about the movie. In addition to that, we do have two of Frieza's minions, Sorbet and Tagoma. Here you can see their designs, and they're rocking alternate scouters. One of them is like a full frontal that covers the entire both eyes, basically. And it's interesting to see more of Frieza's soldiers again.
And it begs the question, how strong are these guys? Are they stronger than the Ginyu Force? Are they his super elite warriors? Who are these guys? Why are they so special? And why are they only just now coming about? Like, it's just curious.
Yeah. So basically, there are a lot of questions that have to be answered in this movie just based off this poster that's just like, whoa, like what is happening? And of course, going back onto Frieza, him being revived, how strong he's going to be. I've seen a lot of people speculating. First and foremost, would you say that that's God Aura in the photo?
I would say that that's God Aura. I don't really know what else it would be.
Mm-hmm. All right, so going off it, assuming it is God Aura, that actually is pretty weird because it's like maybe Super Saiyan God isn't as how should I say this? Isn't as familiar as people thought it was. A lot of people to this day still think Super Saiyan God is a transformation like 1, 2, 3, etc., etc.
Right.
When it's really not if you've seen the movie. So that's something interesting, and there are just a lot of things that are they're just it's crazy about it. One thing I think a lot of people have already started speculating on with this is that apparently that's not really Frieza. A lot of people are thinking that that's actually one of the 12 gods that Beerus mentioned at the end of the movie, who's like a shapeshifter or something.
But then why would they be revived? But they revive. They clearly state that they revive Frieza though.
Yeah, I know. Like, even though we already have the synopsis, a lot of people are thinking, nah, it's something deeper than that. You know, they're saying,
I mean,
nah.
it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, but then we get into the territory of, oh my god, this can sound kind of fanficky if we're going by what people on the internet are saying happened. You know.
I mean, these are the same people who thought that the person they were reviving was evil Goku or Super Saiyan 4 Broly. So I mean, anything is possible.
That's true. That is very true.
We also got the two different costumes of Goku and Vegeta in the background. We kind of got with this new almost. Honestly, when I first saw his new gi, it almost reminded me a little bit like that symbol on him. If you put like a little beak on the end, it almost kind of looks like the Leaf Village symbol from Naruto.
I noticed that too. I was like, what?
And then he got Vegeta. He's got kind of like you see like the little yellow bracket that goes along his arm there. It's not. It's a part of his uniform now, like it is in the back in the Namek arc, as opposed to it just being a bracket.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to explain, but I can see it in there.
Yeah. This can go either way. Especially considering it's canon. That was one thing that Toriyama made a point of. This one, I think, is actually being 100% written by him.
I believe so. Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Whereas Battle of Gods, he was involved with it. He consulted on it, but he did not fully write the movie. So this one is Return of Toriyama in the classic style. So that's going to be, I think, the one a lot of people are looking forward to, because this is...
And it kind of makes sense for Frieza to be coming back, because I believe Toriyama said not too long ago that if there were to be a second film, he did want Vegeta to be the star. And if he is becoming a Super Saiyan God in this film, then it would make sense for Vegeta to be the star to fight against Frieza so that he could get his revenge.
That is true. That is very true. It's all kinds of anything could happen in this movie, but I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on this one. I was excited about Battle of Gods because of what it was, but at the same time, this actually has me more intrigued just because of like the possibilities that could come from it. And I know I everybody doesn't want this movie to grow into Saiyan worship. That was one of the complaints about Battle of Gods. They wanted everybody else to fight more, but at the end of the day, people got to realize like there's a level and just certain characters can't reach it.
I agree, but I'm glad we're going to see Krillin and Yamcha and Piccolo get a nice spotlight on the poster as opposed to before where they kind of got backshifted to the background. Now they have a spotlight, so maybe they'll have a high role in the film. Maybe they'll be the ones fighting Tagoma and Survey.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot that could happen in this movie, but again, we don't want to let this drag on too long, because then we're going to start getting into discussions about this and that and the return of power levels.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Future Gohan, I thank you for joining me on this collaboration discussion. It was great hearing from you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. What do you guys think about the sequel to Battle of Gods, Dragon Ball Z, Revival of F? Post your comments down below. I'm GS signing off for Future Gohan SSJ2, and we will catch you guys later.